This is the Throne of Glass series, one of the most loved series of all time. This is arguably the biggest series that I have on my TBR, and I made it my goal last year to finish it. So finally I'm gonna finish this series in this video, and yeah, let's just get started because this is starting to get really heavy. The time has come to finally finish my biggest series on my shelf, which is the Throne of Glass series. 2 books are missing because that's what we're gonna start off. We are gonna start off with the tandem read with these 2 books, Empire Storms and Tower of Dawn. Some people recommend it, some people don't, but I haven't done like a tandem read in my reading journey at all. So I feel like this is gonna be a fun little activity to do while I'm reading. I did download the Throne of Glass reading guide. It has the tandem read chapters down here, and I also tabbed the books. So if I'm reading one book and I come across a tab, that means it's time to switch over to the other book, because I feel like I just keep reading and forget that I'm doing a tandem read. That's how easy my mind goes somewhere else. These 2 books are heavy, are like bricks to hold. I don't know why I got the hardback. I wish I got the paperback. Paperbacks will always be my favorite, but I don't know why I got the hardcovers. The last time I read a book in the Throne of Glass series was like in the summer, so I went ahead and watched some recap videos, and now I'm prepared. So let's get to reading. Hello guys, it's the next day. It's time for a reading update. I got to this far into both books. I actually read a lot yesterday than I thought I would. Thought I didn't have much time yesterday, but I got to chapter 19, page 174 in Empire of Storms, and then I got to chapter 13, page 155 in Tower of Dawn. I've been marking the chapters that I've finished on the chart, and I'm about like a 1/5 of the way through both books. So far, it's good. Like, I thought this was when, you know, the war is gonna start. I mean, we're getting there, but like the beginning of both books were kind of slow. I am liking Empire Storms a lot better than the other one, because this one follows our main characters and everything that I expected to happen. Obviously, there's this war coming up, and they're all trying to do their best to get allies, resources, and like everything they can in order to like stand a chance fighting these bad guys. This one does that. Like, it follows our main characters, other side characters that came back from the previous books, and this one, Tower of Dawn, I don't really know, like, it's super slow. We're following one of the main characters from the other books in this book, just because they're traveling elsewhere very far, trying to get allies and like another thing sorted out. But this book is really slow. It's very slow. I don't understand. Like, this is very calm compared to Empire Storms. But I just finished chapter 17 and 18 in this book, and things went down, and I'm so in for it. Manon Blackbeak, she's my favorite. I am liking her so far. When she first got introduced, I didn't really like her, but now I'm loving her in this book. Hello guys, it's 2 days later. I'm still reading these books, so it's time for a book update. I got this far into both books. I actually read a lot, and there wasn't a lot happening. Like, it was kind of slow in the beginning, and then I got to like this big chunk of Empire of Storms that you're supposed to read all the way through, and that's where it picked up. From the like TikToks and like reading vlogs that I've watched of people reading these, I've heard that it's about the war, like the big war, but it's not. It's all these different characters, probably around 10, that's just an estimate. We're following them in their point of view, their journey leading up to the Great War. They're like looking for something, looking for someone, or they have to do something specific to like prepare for the war and look for allies. And yeah, this is not the Great War. Like, this is them preparing for it, I believe. Because I'm this much in and the Great War is not happening. It's like, there's attacks and missions and stuff. And this is my reaction last night. I'll show you. But during that big part of Empire Storms that you're supposed to read continuously, so much happened. Oh my god. I was like on the edge of my seat. Could not believe what was happening. There's this one side character that, oh my god, I love her. She basically held the line and won that mission. It was so good. Aside from that, we're following like these like 10 or more characters and their different point of views and whatever they're doing. There's little like side plot of romance between all of them and I love it. I love it. I love it. Our main character, Aylin, I'm not really interested in her love story as much. I'm interested in the other characters' love stories. It's so unexpected too. Now we're approaching the endings, and if you know any Sarah J Maas, like the last 100 pages of each book is like where things go down. So I think I'm gonna sit down and binge these 2 books because I just want to get it over with, to be honest. This is day 3 of me reading it. I know that's like a lot of reading for day 3, but I feel like I've been in these 2 books for too long and I want to get into the final book. Hello guys. I feel like I have not been updating and filming as much as I normally would. In this video, I don't know why. The tandem read took so long. I think it took me like around 5 days, which is like probably really fast for some people, but for me, I feel like I read really slow. I do want to say the tandem read was the best decision I made in reading this series because I feel like I would just get bored and not read one of the books. And speaking of one of the books, let's get into my thoughts and reviews of both books, and we're going to start with the book that I didn't like as much as I liked the other one. And I think you can guess that it is Tower of Dawn. I feel like a lot of people have similar thoughts regarding this because it's like this compared to Empire Storms, and Empire Storms, a lot happened there, but we'll get to that later. This one, we were following characters that I wasn't really primarily interested in. I get it. We're following their journey, healing, finding allies to go to war with. And there's like actually a lot of things that happened in here that were good, but like throughout the whole book, I feel like there wasn't a lot plot-wise happening compared to Empire Storms. Like the ending of this was good. Maybe I shed like a tear or two because Sarah J Maas has a way of making me cry because of words on paper. This one, I think I give it like a 3.5 stars. Moving on to Empire Storms. This book, we're following all the main characters that I was interested in. The action was here, everything was here. My reaction, I'll put up like stock images of my reaction on the screen because I didn't get it. The ending, oh my god, I was crying. I was weeping. It was so good, guys. It was so good. Remember when I said I didn't care about Aylin and Rowan's relationship? That's all I care about right now. That's all I care about right now. Aylin Galathinius, I think, is one of the most amazing characters I've read about. Like, she is so amazing. Sarah J Maas' writing and like everything's just so thought out. Everything happens for a reason. This book, that happened. Like, I was like, whoa, I didn't even think about that, and it just like came back at the end, and it's just like oh my god. Easy 5 stars. There was like no crossover between these 2 books, maybe at the end of this, but like very brief, like the last 3 pages, and it wasn't really like a real crossover, but I think it will help with Kingdom of Ash because that's where everything, all these characters will cross over. Now we're gonna start the longest, probably the most epic book I'm gonna read ever, I feel like, and that is Kingdom of Ash. What's about to happen here is gonna be all worth it. All worth the long wait and all the sacrifices that the characters made. Oh my god. Like, this is a brick. You can hurl this at someone and physically hurt them. I'm not saying do that, but like, I'm just saying. This is a brick. It's like probably 5 pounds. I don't know. Let me see how many pages. Oh, I don't want to look at the end. Okay, it is 980 pages. You can add like 20 more pages so that I can say I read a book that has 1,000 pages. first chapter, or it's not even the first chapter, it's just like a segment from Rowan's point of view. Oh my god, this book is gonna break me. And it starts off like right after what happened in Empire of Storms. Hello, first of all, I want to say happy Valentine's Day. It is Valentine's Day today, and it's just been such a lovely day. It's sunny out, got some gifts. I love Valentine's Day. Anyways, I'm this far into the book. It's going. It started a little bit slow, but it's going. I feel like I haven't even made a dent into this big boy. I got to page 219, chapter 24, and all the characters from the tandem read are all in here now. It's so much easier because I don't have to keep going back and forth different books. And this, everyone's going through a lot right now. Like, everyone is literally fighting their own battles. Compared to the first few books of the series, that just feels so basic and so elementary compared to like what's going on now. You can't even compare it to Throne of Glass at this point. It's just, things are going down. I don't have much of an update. Everything is just super high stakes right now, and everyone's lives is on the line. Good morning. It is the next day, and I am not feeling the best. And that is because I got not one, do you see it? But two, here and here. 2 vaccinations yesterday that I needed for work, which was the flu shot and the COVID booster. And I shouldn't have gotten 2 at the same day, let alone on one arm, because I can't barely lift my arm up. And I forgot how these vaccines make me feel, because last night I was having the worst night sweats and then chills after, and then just body aches. I couldn't even read. I only got to not even halfway through the book. I only got this much. Well, that's kind of half, almost half. And today I don't have any plans, just to stay in bed because I'm still feeling really, really bad. So hopefully I get through a big chunk of it, and hopefully I don't fall asleep, because I did not have a great sleep last night. Oh god, I'm only like halfway through and it's making me cry so much. I know this is like an unflattering angle, but I decided to go on my Kindle. The book was just too heavy to hold, to physically hold. I'm 87% into the book, and things are going down. Things are going down. There's so many things happening right now. Like, what? No. Hello guys, it's the next day. I'm still not feeling my best self, but it's okay because I finished Kingdom of Ash last night at like 2 a.m. You know, I never thought a day would come that I'd finish like almost 1,000-page book. Whenever I go to the bookstore, I see these big books and I get so overwhelmed by it. I'm like, yeah, I'm staying away from that. But this, I don't even know what to say. I don't know where to start. It was so satisfying to see the conclusion of this epic story that started with a 16-year-old girl, an assassin, and then how it became this. It's just so incredible and beautiful. I realized that most of the characters in this book is like the same age as me. Our main character, I think she's like 20, and the other ones are like up to like 25, and like I'm 22 and I don't see myself going through anything they're going through, let alone being an assassin at 16 years old. I think I was like, don't know what I was doing at 16. Don't want to talk about that. I don't know how to explain the series in this book. I think this is probably like my top series that I love right now. How everything just tied together perfectly. I understand now why we needed Tower Dawn. Tower Dawn I didn't really like. That's why I gave it 3.5 stars, but it's important. Like everything that Sarah J. Maas writes about, everything happens for a reason. Everything is tied together and we don't even know it while we're reading it. Her writing, her storytelling is just so incredible. I get transported and fully immersed in the story, and like the description of some of like the scenes is incredible. Like I feel like I'm there. The pain, the love, the loyalty, the newfound family. I love the fan family in this. Them all coming together at the end for each other and swearing to protect the people of their land. Like they all came through at the end, and the ending was not like any other Sarah J. Maas endings. Like yeah, this is where she wraps it up, but like her other books always end with like a cliffhanger or some sort, or something big is revealed, and here it's just so peaceful at the end and I love it. This whole series, perfection. I have no other words to explain this. Like I'm blanking right now. This was truly an incredible, magical experience to go through, and it was very sad. There was lots of times where I cried, as you saw from this video, previous clips, but it was all worth it, and I am so proud that I finished this whole series, let alone this book. And this book is an easy 5 stars. If you're still here and you see this, comment the crown emoji, because that was truly one of the most amazing series I read. And Sarah J. Maas, here is your crown for being the queen of all authors. I love you. You're one of my favorite authors of all time. Thank you again for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe down below if you haven't, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye.